Good afternoon, and welcome again to this week's regular news roundup. Inevitably, local government continues to be dominated by stories concerning the credit crunch, although it has gone slightly quieter. As yet, we've heard no real feedback from the Icelandic bank saga. The local minister John Healey has carrying on discussions with the banks, but there's as yet no clear indication as to how this is going to be resolved. Interestingly enough, one of the county councils, Hertfordshire, has called in auditors to look at their methodology for choosing Icelandic banks and as far as their own deposits go. But the real story for us, for MJ, this week has been about the future of the local area agreements, particularly in light of the credit crunch and the general economic downturn. You may recall that a couple of weeks ago at the Solace conference, Hazel Blears seemed to hint that some of the LAA targets might be reviewed because plainly the world had moved on since they were first invented. However, what was interesting was that last week at a conference, John Healey made it quite plain that, on the contrary, he saw no reason why the LAAs should be adjusted fundamentally, that generally speaking the targets were still very much on course, and in many ways they were more relevant than ever. His argument was that much of the key LAA targets concern the economy, which of course continues to be a real challenge, and that certainly things like unemployment, reducing unemployment and so on, were going to be issues which every council was would very much be involved in, and which also, in many ways, had a very key role to play. And his argument, in fact, was that battling the credit crunch was not just something central government could do on a national scale; it had to be done at local level, which is a reasonable argument. Other issues which have come up, the Audit Commission, gave quite an unusual critique of the way that the children's agenda had been handled, criticising the output, if you like, of the new Children's Trust, saying that too much attention had been made to the managerial aspects of it. One of the other stories which featured very prominently this week has been the referendum in Stoke-on-Trent, where the public voted to get rid of the elected mayoral system. The existing mayor, Mark Meredith, will carry on until next spring. Stoke is an unusual situation. It had previously a city manager, and it has been quite unique in a sense. But I think what's clear from the whole mayoral experiment, if you like, is that there isn't really any obvious pattern to be drawn across the board. Each of the elected mayors have been quite unique and quite individual. As a result, I think it's not fair to say that this is a blow to the mayoral programme. I don't think at the same time it's exactly going to be an asset. It's plain that this particular experiment eventually fell out of favour for various local reasons. But I do think that certainly from the government's perspective, the mayoral agenda is still there and is not going to go away. And finally, if I may also give another plug to the MJ 2009 Local Government Achievement Awards. The brochure is out now. We've got 15 categories, they've been launched, and all the details are in the magazine and also on our website. And on that note, thank you, and over and out.